Okay? I'm going to bring up a big important point right here. Okay? And I'm sure if you guys haven't figured it out yet, I'll let you in on the secret right now. Big Alex Jones fan am I. Okay? I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything anybody says. But he makes some really good points. And nobody can debate the fact that he is 100% for our freedoms. He's a constitutionalist. At least in my mind, I think he is. And that's what I am. I'm a constitutionalist. And he brings up some very good points. If you look at some of the straw polls that just happened, you notice that Ron Paul did really well. Or do you? Most of you probably don't realize he's done very well. And I don't know, because I don't know who exactly you are. I don't know. I don't know anything about you guys. I don't know if you're just watching this for a little entertainment, or if you're watching a lot of videos like this and are aware of what's actually going on. But Ron Paul, in all actuality, did very well in the straw polls. The problem is that I watched the news last night, and his name wasn't even mentioned. When he came in, I think he came in first in Vermont on the straw polls, which is, a small state, but it's a big state politically. I think it was Vermont, and I apologize if I'm inaccurate on that, but I'm pretty sure it was. But did you hear that on the news? No. They were just talking about Rick Perry and whatever that other, pardon me, bitch is. Pardon me again. I gotta light my cigarette for all you secondhand smokers out there. Take a puff. But you didn't hear nothing about Ron Paul. Because they're blacklisting him. They're spreading the rumor that he can't win this election. Why? To get you to believe that he can't win this election. He can win this election. And he should. He is the only politician out there who does and stands behind everything he says. If he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You may not agree with all his views on things, but if he says he's going to do it, he's going to do it. How many other politicians can you say can do that? Obama? He just blames everything on everybody else. But the fact of the matter is, do your research. I mean, don't take my word for it. I don't expect you to take my word for it. I'm no expert. Could I be completely 100% wrong? I don't think so. But anything's possible. But I believe that Ron Paul has our nation's best interest. He knows that there's a lot of conspiracies going on. And that's why he's being blacklisted. He's calling the government on their follies. And they don't like it. So I guarantee you, through all this campaigning that's going to be coming up, throughout through the months or, up to a year to come, you're going to see a lot about Bachmann. You're going to see a lot about Perry and some of those other Democrats out there. And Democrat, Republican, I don't bias. I really don't care. I'm impartial. But you're not going to see a lot of Ron Paul. So that's why I task all of you with this. Get a bumper sticker. Talk to your friends. I tell you what. Do me one big favor. I'll do another video just about Ron Paul. Or go to Alex Jones. In case you don't know, you don't have to go to his website. You can go on YouTube, and he has a channel that you can subscribe to. There's a couple videos he did about Ron Paul. Take those videos. Put them on your Facebook page. Put a link to him on Twitter. Get his name out there. Get people listening. Get people aware. Because the media is not going to do it for us. The media is going to ignore him as much as they possibly can. So it's our job to do it. All these things that I was talking about before about family values, Southern hospitality, helping each other out, limiting the amount of government that we have in our lives, that's what Ron Paul stands for. And if you don't believe that, please do me a favor and research it. If I'm wrong, you show me something that he said he was going to do and didn't do it. You show me a bill that he voted for that was hypocritical to what he stands for, because it doesn't exist. I've already done the research. So spread the word. If he ends up not being a candidate, then we're going to need to write him in. We're going to need to do something. And stay away from Rick Perry. I won't get into that, but just stay away from him. But again, anyway, I don't want to get into a whole bunch of political stuff, and I apologize. That's not what I intended to do. For those of you that don't know, I served in the military. And I bring that up for an interesting reason. I bring that up because I want you guys to watch the news, watch some of these big happenings that are coming through. I'm talking like terrorists. They are trying to brand. I mean, it's already happening. They're, politicians are especially during this time, they're trying to promote themselves. They are already made a lot of insinuations that the Republican Tea Party is built of terrorists. And again, this is something that I kind of caught wind from Alex Jones, but did a lot of research on myself and started opening my eyes and looking at a lot of the stories that are going out. I agree with the fact that I think that they are going to try to brand, instead of Al-Qaeda being terrorists, now what their stereotype is white, Caucasian, males, blue-eyed, veterans. Those are going to be the new terrorists. Why are they going to be the new terrorists? Because they're standing up for freedom. They are tired of the tyranny that is happening and is going to continue to happen unless we stand up and do something about it. That's the biggest fear they have. I mean, let's face it. If they went to even tried to implement like a martial law type situation, where is their biggest fear going to stem from? It's going to be the southern white males, especially veterans. Why veterans? Self-explanatory. They know how to use weapons. They are trained. They don't have to combat these people because they know they'll lose. We outnumber them. But my point is that me, typically, I am exactly what they're looking for as a terrorist threat. I am, in their eyes, the new stereotyped terrorist. I have blue eyes. I am white Caucasian. And I am a military veteran. And I own guns. They're all over me. I know that. I know that I'm going to be on the, no, I won't say the top of their list, but, I'm their stereotype for the new terrorists. If by terrorists, do they mean people who are going to oppose the government to stand up for their freedoms? If that's their definition of a terrorist, then they're 100% right, because that's what I am. And I will stand up for our freedoms. I'll stand up for your freedoms. And I'll stand up against any act that is against our Constitution and against our civil rights. And if you don't, then I'll be standing up against you. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I probably already went over the amount of time I should have put in this, but again, to recap, concentrate on values. Do yourselves a favor. If you don't know your neighbors, maybe not just your immediate neighbors, but the people just a couple of doors down, a couple houses down, go introduce yourself. Doesn't matter if they've been there for a year or two. Go introduce yourself. Get to know these people. Even at just an acquaintance level. You don't have to become best friends and invite them over for dinner every other night. But get to know these people. That way if you get in a jam, you have somebody there to pick up the slack. to help you out. And you do the same and don't bitch about it. Let's get back to some of these values that have been instilled from us by our parents and grandparents. If we do, we'll be much happier. We'll all live better lives. Again, this is Will. Fight for your freedom. Stop the brainwashing. Have a great night, everybody.